Oh my God. Let's look inside of this guy. This is fantastic. Pasteles, pastelillos, pastel, or turnovers, regardless of what you call these delicious guava and cheese filled fun bites, these hand pies are going to be a joy to make. Unlike laminated dough, we're not starting off with really cold butter. That takes a lot of arm strength. We're going to be using softened butter to make our square and make things a little bit easier on you and on me too. So first, we're gonna start off making our dough. We're gonna grab our flour, our salt, and our water. And we're gonna give this a little mixy mix. Let's keep adding some water. You can see that it is hydrated perfectly. The gluten strands look great. We're going to put our dough in a bowl, make sure that it's nice and together. And then we're gonna cover this and let it relax so that it's easier for us to roll out. So now that our dough is relaxing, we're gonna actually make our butter. Well, I'm not making butter, I'm spreading butter. We're gonna take half of a sheet of parchment paper, then I'm gonna take softened butter and I'm going to spread that right in the center. With an offset, I'm gonna grab the other side of where I'm gonna be spreading to, and I'm gonna push down, and then I'm gonna push up, and I'm gonna repeat that process. And the cool thing about this is it doesn't have to be perfectly smooth, but I try to make sure that there is an even amount of butter everywhere. We're gonna close this guy, and you can see, I'm just using my hand to spread it out, make it even, and I can feel that it's nice and even. And if there's anything that is too thick on one side, I kind of just push it down. Okay, here's my bench scraper. I'm just going in and kind of scooching it anywhere that I see that it's just little sides poking out. This is what your butter should look like. Now we're gonna put it on our sheet tray. And now we're gonna put this in the fridge, not the freezer, the fridge, to make it set just below room temperature. All right, so my dough has relaxed. As you can see, the surface is super smooth. So we're gonna place our dough on a lightly floured surface. So today I am using a marble roller, is because it's a little heavier than a regular rolling pin. And this is gonna help me apply even pressure all throughout my dough, especially when I'm taking my dough out of the fridge and that butter is a little more tougher to roll out. So now what I'm gonna be doing is making my shape. So I'm gently going from the center out, and I am just making a bigger rectangle than my butter rectangle. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to gently unstick my parchment paper, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold it into the center, and then we're gonna try to match it up without overlapping this guy. So now what we're going to do is we're gonna smash this guy a little bit. And now we're gonna go from the center and we're gonna push out, and we're gonna go down here, making sure that every little edge is flat. We're gonna fold in like so. This is what your first layer should look like. And it's okay if there's a few bubbles. We can pop those later. I'm gonna reuse my parchment paper because I just think that the butter is gonna be okay here, and it's gonna be easier for me to unstick it from the parchment paper when I take it out of the fridge. Be right back. Okay, so now we're ready for the second roll. And I will say one thing that you're gonna look for when you're rolling these guys, what you're gonna be doing is spreading the butter in a different direction than the original direction that we started in. Again, we're gonna go down and smash it a little bit and see how easy it is to press down on this. This butter is not intimidating at all. It's just easy, and yeah, I'm rolling, but I'm not tired yet. And now we're gonna fold again. So you're gonna find that kind of middle point. So we're gonna come back with this deliciously buttered parchment paper, and we're gonna place it down. I'm gonna personally place it in the direction that I need to roll it already so that I can keep track. But if you lose track, just remember 1, 2, 3 is where you roll. Let's roll. Now it's time for the final roll. And this is a little bit of a workout, but it is absolutely worth it because you're gonna see all of those layers when you bake off this dough, and it's going to be so crispy and crunchy. You're gonna love it. So now we are going to roll it out in this direction so that we have a little bit more surface to work with. There you have it. We have our rolled out puff pastry. Let's cut our squares. I'm using the bench scraper to guide me so I can cut a straight line, but honestly, it's okay if they're a little bit wonky. Remember, all these pastries don't have to be perfect. So I'm gonna show you a little close-up shot of what the center looks like. You could already see all those layers. So now what we're going to do is we're gonna place these guys on our sheet tray, get those in the fridge again, and then we can fill them with our guava and cheese and brush it with a little bit of egg wash and sugar and bake these off. I can't wait to eat them. Here we have our nice puff pastry squares. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a scoop and we're going to scoop in some cream cheese. And this is a really iconic flavor pairing. The really tangy and tart cream cheese with this very sweet and very almost floral guava paste are just so lovely together. We're gonna put a little square of guava paste on here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna seal our dough. So I'm only grabbing like a little bit of egg wash, and I'm just kind of lightly brushing the sides of one of the doughs so that it acts like a glue. And I wouldn't let any of the egg wash kind of pool anywhere, so keep spreading it until it disappears and it's even. And then I'm gonna place my dough over it, and then I am going to merge them together. We're gonna start crimping these guys down. This is to make sure that that dough on the top and the bottom are completely together so that when it rises, it's just super cute. We are going to brush them with a little bit of egg wash. And also this egg wash is going to act like an adhesive for your crunchy sugar. And before I put these guys in the oven, I am actually going to give them a little vent just to let all of that steam from the cream cheese and the guava paste a place to escape, so that it doesn't explode my pastry. All right, let's get these guys into the oven. We have now pulled our pastelillos or pasteles de guava, or our guava and cheese turnovers out of the oven. Can you believe all of these layers came from us rolling this? And now it's time to taste this guy. Oh my God, this is fantastic. Let's look inside of this guy. Look at these crispy layers. Look at the bottom of this guy. It's just so perfect. It is gonna be so worth you doing this process at home. Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye. Hot.